Imagine looking at a painting of a passionate romantic kiss and realizing it is actually a call to revolution. Two young lovers are embracing in a dark medieval hallway. The man has one foot on the stairs, ready to run, while a mysterious shadow lurks in the corner. To the untrained eye, it's just a masterpiece of romantic art. But to 19th century Italians, this single canvas was a dangerous anti-government manifesto. This was the brilliant double life of Francesco Hayez. In a world controlled by strict foreign censors and ruthless secret police, he managed to do the impossible. He turned high art into a weapon for freedom, hiding revolutionary secrets right in plain sight. Before we unlock the hidden codes inside his studio, hit that subscribe button and drop a like. It really helps a small channel like this keep telling these forgotten stories. Grab a drink, get comfortable, and let's dive straight into the chaotic world of 19th century Italy. Born in Venice in 1791, Hayez grew up dirt poor, the youngest of 5 brothers. Realizing they couldn't afford to raise him, his parents sent him away to live with his aunt. It was her husband, an art collector, who noticed the boy's freakish talent and immediately apprenticed him to a restorer. By just 15, Hayez completely blew away the competition, winning a major prize and landing a spot at the prestigious Academy of St. Luke in Rome. He quickly caught the attention of powerful patrons, including the legendary sculptor Antonio Canova and Count Cicognara. He even befriended the iconic French master Jean-Auguste Dominique Ingres, whose razor-sharp precision left a permanent mark on his early style. But just as his career was taking off, the brutal wheel of European politics threatened to crush him. In 1814, Hayez moved to Naples under the patronage of King Joachim Murat, Napoleon's own brother-in-law. Murat commissioned him to paint a massive, monumental masterpiece called Ulysses at the Court of Alcinous. But right after it was finished, Napoleon fell, Murat was tragically executed, and the entire political landscape collapsed. Suddenly homeless and without a patron, Hayez was forced to flee back to Rome, surviving by painting frescoes for the Vatican. By the 1820s, Hayez packed his bags for Milan, a city that was absolutely boiling with underground political rebellion. He quickly became the ultimate artistic chameleon. On the surface, he was the perfect establishment insider. He was so deeply respected that even the powerful Austrian prince, Clemens von Metternich, hired him to paint grand frescoes in the Hall of Caryatids for the coronation of Emperor Ferdinand I. Tragically, you can't see those frescoes today. They were completely obliterated during the Allied bombings of 1943. By 1850, Hayez was made a professor at the world-famous Brera Academy, eventually becoming its director. Even the Austrian ruler, Count Joseph Radetzky, approved his promotion. But while he was shaking hands with Austrian overlords, Hayez was secretly plotting their downfall through his art. This dangerous double life reached its absolute peak in 1859 with his crowning masterpiece, simply titled The Kiss. Italy was desperate to unite and break free from Austrian rule, a bloody movement known as the Risorgimento. But you couldn't just speak out against the empire without getting thrown into a dark dungeon. So Hayez coded the rebellion into a love story. Look closely at the clothes of the lovers. The young man's outfit perfectly combines the vibrant red and green of the Italian tricolor flag. Meanwhile, the girl's stunning silk dress is a brilliant pastel blue, an explicit shout-out to the French flag. It was a highly confidential political thank you note, celebrating Italy's secret military alliance with Napoleon III against the Austrian Empire. The public went absolutely wild for it. The famous writer Francesco D'Allungaro even wrote that this gentle kiss held the ultimate hope for a new, strong, and united generation. Hayez knew he had a massive viral hit on his hands, so he kept changing the colors of the clothes in later versions of the painting to match the shifting geopolitical landscape of Europe. But he didn't just hide secrets in historical dramas. Hayez was a master of contrast. He painted ultra-crisp, austere portraits of the era's absolute elite, including the famous composer Gioacchino Rossini and the writer Alessandro Manzoni. But the moment he grew tired of high society, he turned his attention to the human body, diving into the heavily trending world of Orientalism and highly sensual nude paintings. Even his religious art pushed the boundaries of decency. His famous painting of Mary Magdalene wasn't some distant, holy ascetic. She was depicted as a deeply grounded, intensely passionate, and raw, flesh and blood woman. Yet, for modern art detectives, his incredible legacy comes with a massive headache. Hayez had a bizarre habit. He almost never signed or dated his canvases. To make matters worse, whenever a painting became successful, he would recreate it several times, changing only the tiniest details. Today, art historians are still aggressively fighting over the exact dates and authenticity of his works. Almost all of his remaining treasures are locked away inside Italy, mostly at the Pinacoteca di Brera in Milan. He lived to the staggering age of 91, passing away in 1882 after witnessing his beloved country finally achieve its dream of total unification. So, how do we look at art in times of crisis? Is it just a beautiful escape, or can a single paintbrush actually tear down an empire? In a world that forces people to stay silent, hiding your truth in a masterpiece might just be the most brilliant rebellion of all. Thank you so much for watching till the very end. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss another story. And hey, if you are an artist, photographer, or crafter yourself, and you're looking for the perfect marketplace to showcase and sell your original work, go check out alebrio.co. It's an incredible platform built just for creators like you. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.